Hello, C.W. Johnson Jr. here. I recently added a post to my blog, thatshouldbeamoviewebseries.com, about Father Emil Kapaun, who was a U.S. Army chaplain with the 1st Cavalry Division during the Korean War. He received the Medal of Honor for actions above and beyond his call of duty during that conflict. Sadly, he died in a North Korean prisoner of war camp. It was declared missing in action for the past 70 years. This year, his remains were found and returned to his home state of Kansas. In addition to the numerous other awards he has received, I believe it is high time that Father Kapaun be honored with a major movie. The books I consulted while researching for the post were A Shepherd in Combat Boots, Father Emil Kapaun, the 1st Cavalry Division, by William L. Maher from Bird Street Press. The Story of Chaplain Kapaun, Patriot Priest of the Korean Conflict, by Monsignor Father Arthur Tun from Did Publishing. And The Miracle of Father Kapaun, Priest, Soldier, and Korean War Hero, by Roy Wenzel and Travis Haying from Ignitus Press. Now today I will not be doing a short pitch on Father Kapaun's story and why he deserves a movie, because someone else has been working on making a movie about him for several years, and I do not want to appear to be in competition with them, because that's a lot of hard work trying to get a movie made and a good and well done movie made. But so I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts on why I think his story should be a movie. Again, I'm not pitching the idea as my own movie because there's someone else out there trying to get their movie made. But here are some reasons why I believe the movie should be made. This Korean War story, follows tough but humble Catholic Army chaplain Emil Joseph Kapaun and his fellow starving and freezing but determined American POWs as they struggle to stay alive and keep their faith in the face of a brutal Chinese prisoner of war camp during the first winter of that conflict. Problems occur when Father Kapaun's selflessness causes him to fall ill. Together, he and his fellow POWs will ultimately be triumphant by showing grace and compassion in front of their captors. A neat set piece in a movie about Father Kapaun would be when he develops dysentery, knowing that he was humiliated because others had to clean up after him, because he would rather serve them than them serve him. The other prisoners staged a mass breakout of fake dysentery. When the guards gave him the medication for dysentery, they promptly passed it on to their chaplain. Father Emil Kapaun is the most decorated U.S. Army chaplain in American history. Among his earthly rewards are the Medal of Honor, the National Defense Service Medal, the Korean Service Medal with 2 Bronze Service Stars, the Republic of Korea Taegu Order of Military Merit, a Combat Infantry Badge, the Republic of Korea Presidential Unit Citation, the United Nations Korea Medal, a Purple Heart, the Prisoner of War Medal, and the Republic of Korea War Service Medal. The citation for his Bronze Star received during the Korean War reads, Chaplain Kapaun received information that there was a wounded man in an exposed position on the left flank of the 1st Battalion that could not be removed, as there were no litter bearers available. Chaplain Kapaun, together with another officer, immediately proceeded to the front lines, where he contacted the battalion commander in order to obtain the approximate location of the wounded man. With total disregard for personal safety, Chaplain Kapaun and his companion went after the wounded man. The entire route to the wounded soldier was under intense enemy machine gun and small arms fire. However, Chaplain Kapaun successfully evacuated the soldier. thus saving the soldier. The Bronze Star was for actions during the battle for the Pusan perimeter. His Medal of Honor would be for actions during the Battle of Yusan in November 1950. The citation reads, "For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty, Chaplain Emil J. Kapaun distinguished himself by acts of gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty while serving with the 3rd Battalion, 8th Cavalry Regiment, 1st Cavalry Division during combat operations against an armed enemy at Yusan, Korea, from November 1st, 2nd, 1950. On November 1st, as Chinese Communist forces viciously attacked friendly elements, Chaplain Kapaun calmly walked through withering enemy fire in order to provide comfort and medical aid to his comrades and rescue friendly wounded from no man's land. Though the Americans successfully repelled the assault, they found themselves surrounded by the enemy. Facing annihilation, the able-bodied men were ordered to evacuate. However, Chaplain Kapaun, fully aware of his certain capture, elected to stay behind with the wounded. After the enemy succeeded in breaking through the defense in the early morning hours of November 2nd, Father Kapaun continually made rounds as hand-to-hand combat ensued. As Chinese Communist forces approached the American position, Chaplain Kapaun noticed an injured Chinese officer among the wounded and convinced him to negotiate the safe surrender of the American forces. Shortly after his capture, Chaplain Kapaun, with complete disregard for his personal safety and unwavering resolve, bravely pushed aside an enemy soldier preparing to execute Sergeant First Class Herbert A. Miller. Not only did Chaplain Kapaun's gallantry save the life of Sergeant Miller, but also his unparalleled courage and leadership inspired all those present, including those who might have otherwise fled in panic, to remain and fight the enemy until captured. Father Kapaun's extraordinary heroism and selflessness above and beyond the call of duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon himself, the 3rd Battalion, the 8th Cavalry Regiment, the 1st Cavalry Division, and the United States Army. I think one of the greatest honors he has received is the cross made by a Jewish prisoner who never met Father Kapaun. Marine Captain Gennaro Fink was so impressed with the testimony of the prisoners who the chaplain had touched that while still a POW himself, he made Christ in the barbed wire from firewood, scrub oak, and radio wire. At the end of the war, the prisoners smuggled it out of the prison camp when they were released, and sent it to Kansas to Kapaun's parents. The Vatican is currently in processing of canonizing Kapaun. Father Kapaun's story was dramatized for a 30-minute segment of the TV show Crossroads back in the mid-1950s. There was talk of him being played by actor Kirk Douglas in a major Hollywood film back in the day. Unfortunately, that did not come about, similar with the story of Sergeant Reckless. I think it is high time that Father, soon-to-be Saint, Emil J. Kapaun, be honored with a major Hollywood film. Because it is a story about how the grace and compassion of a free soul was able to overcome the brutality of communism, is why I believe that the story of Father, soon-to-be Saint, Emil J. Kapaun, should be a major Hollywood film that honors all of our Korean War veterans, especially those still missing in action and their families who have been waiting. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment below with a soul, either saintly or controversial or even scandalous, who you think deserves a movie. Thank you. God bless America, and God bless our veterans.